met Caleb on a rainy Thursday at the University of Washington. I still remember the way my fingers trembled when he handed me my umbrella, the one I'd left at the campus library. I didn't know back then that this boy with messy brown hair and ocean eyes would be the one I'd give everything to, and the one who'd shatter me completely. He was smart, charming, and knew exactly what to say. Within weeks, we were inseparable, eating ramen on my dorm floor, watching indie films on his cracked laptop screen, dreaming out loud about the future. I was 20, he was 22. And it felt like life had just opened a new chapter titled, Forever Begins Here. "I want to marry you someday," he whispered once, his head resting on my chest. I smiled, not because I didn't believe him, but because I did. With all my heart. After graduation, we moved in together. Our apartment was tiny, with peeling walls and a leaky faucet, but I'd never felt more at home. We made pancakes at midnight, danced barefoot in the kitchen, and whispered dreams into the darkness until sleep took us. Everything felt perfect, at least for a while. The first time I met his ex, Olivia, I didn't feel threatened. She was at a party, laughing loudly, tossing her hair like she owned the air around her. Caleb introduced us quickly, almost awkwardly. She gave me a polite smile and called me, the new girl. "She's just a friend now," he told me later. It was years ago. I believed him. But over time, her name began showing up more. Group hangouts, old mutual friends. Then messages, then late-night texts. "It's nothing," Caleb said once, after I saw her name flash on his phone at 1:12 a.m. "She's going through a breakup. I'm just being there for her." And I wanted to trust him. I loved him. I loved us. But love makes you blind sometimes, not because you don't see the truth, but because you choose not to. I remember the night everything changed. It was the night before our 3rd anniversary. We were supposed to go out for dinner. I'd bought a red dress. He never came home. At 2:47 a.m., I got a text. Greater than, "I'm sorry. I need space. Please don't call me." My heart collapsed. I tried to convince myself he was overwhelmed, stressed, confused. But deep down, a part of me already knew. The next morning, he walked in with guilt plastered on his face. I didn't ask where he'd been. I was too scared to hear the answer. But I didn't have to ask. Because a few days later, Olivia posted a photo on her Instagram story, 2 wine glasses, a familiar jacket sleeve, and her hand resting on a table I recognized. My breath left my body. I didn't confront him, not right away. I wanted him to tell me. I wanted him to choose me, to admit his mistake. 2 nights later, I finally asked him. "Were you with her?" I whispered. My voice didn't even sound like mine. He didn't lie. He didn't explain. He just said, "It was a mistake." A mistake. That's what he called breaking my heart. That's what he called undoing years of trust, love, and loyalty in one selfish night. I broke down, on the bathroom floor. For hours, I screamed into a towel until I couldn't breathe. I cried until my chest ached like something had physically torn apart inside. He said he was confused. He said he still loved me. He said it didn't mean anything. But if it didn't mean anything, why did he risk everything? The weeks after that were a blur. He moved in with a friend. I stayed in the apartment, haunted by echoes of us. Our song still played randomly on Spotify. His cologne lingered in the closet. And every time I closed my eyes, I saw him with her. People told me I should move on. "You're young," they said. "You'll find someone better." But no one understood. He wasn't just my boyfriend. He was my home, my future, my person. I didn't sleep much. I stopped eating properly. I'd walk past places we used to go and feel like I couldn't breathe. But slowly, very slowly, I began to rebuild. I started therapy. At first, I sat through sessions saying nothing. Just cried. Then, one day, I said it out loud. "I don't think he ever loved me the way I loved him." And that broke something, but also healed something too. I started journaling, taking long walks, drinking tea in silence. I deleted his number, unfollowed him everywhere. I stopped checking if he watched my stories. I began to miss myself less and love myself more. Months passed. Winter came, and with it, peace. It was spring when he texted. Greater than, can we talk? My fingers hovered over my phone for a full hour before I replied. Greater than, about what? He said he missed me. That he made the biggest mistake of his life. That being with Olivia didn't feel right, because she wasn't me. I felt numb reading his words. He begged to meet. And so, out of curiosity, or maybe closure, I said yes. We met at the cafe where we had our first date. He looked older, sadder. Regret was written all over him. He held my hand like it was still his. I know I don't deserve you, he said. But I want to earn you back. I want to fix this. I looked at him for a long time. And then I smiled, not bitterly, but kindly. I'm happy now, I said. He blinked. Are you seeing someone? I nodded. Yes, myself. He looked stunned. I waited for you to fight for me, I said. And you didn't. I begged the universe for a sign to hold on, and all it gave me was pain. So I learned to let go. He reached out. Emma. I stood up. Yoo-ha. That night, I drove home in silence. No music, no tears, just me and the quiet hum of the engine, and a strange feeling in my chest. Not pain. Not anger. Just peace. It was the first time in over a year that I didn't feel like a broken version of myself. I wasn't surviving anymore, I was living. I redecorated the apartment, took down our photos, bought fresh bedsheets, lit candles every evening. The space that once smelled like him now smelled like vanilla and lavender. I started painting again, something I hadn't done since college. I made new friends, went on solo trips, took myself out to dinner. I learned that solitude isn't loneliness, it's freedom. A few months later, he texted again. Greater than, I hope you're doing well. I still think about you every day. I stared at it for a long time. Then I typed. Greater than, I loved you deeply, but some things can't be undone. I wish you healing, but we're not meant to be. I never heard from him again. I don't hate Caleb, I don't even resent Olivia. If anything, I thank them, because losing them gave me back myself. Today, I'm stronger, wiser, softer in the right ways, and harder in the places I used to break. People often say love is about holding on. But sometimes, he bravest kind of love, is the kind that lets go. Me once, all of me, but you lost me when you chose her. I'm not your second choice. And I walked away. All to his knees, beg for forgiveness. Detailed flashback to the day Emma meets Caleb. Internal monologue, how Emma used to see love. Caleb helping her through anxiety during exams, showing early emotional connection. Introduction of Emma's background, childhood, dreams, fears. Their dating phase, filled with rich sensory memories. Scenes of bonding over ramen, indie movies, skipping classes. First, I love you, moment, a scene filled with trembling hands, vulnerability. Moving in together, moments of struggle and joy. A deeper look into Emma's insecurities and hopes. Caleb's career stress begins, while Emma tries freelance art. First detailed interaction with Olivia. Jealousy is subtle but growing. Flashbacks to Caleb's old photos, messages about Olivia. A party where Olivia hugs Caleb a little too long, Emma notices. Emma begins having nightmares. She starts journaling her suspicions. Caleb becomes distant, work excuses, unread messages. Emma confides in her best friend Maya, who gives her a subtle warning. The day of the anniversary, Emma's detailed preparation. A flashback to their first and second anniversaries, contrasted with the third. His text at 2:47 a.m. Her breakdown in slow motion. Emma stares at the mirror, whispers, "What did I do wrong?" The Instagram story scene, 2 wine glasses, that jacket. She doesn't scream, she just stares. Emotional numbness begins. A voice note from Caleb, tearful but vague. She saves it, and replays it nightly. The gut-wrenching scene where Emma finally asks. Caleb's quiet, it was a mistake. Emma's inner collapse, screaming into towels. Cold bathroom tiles. Caleb moves out, Emma isolates. Her mother visits, they talk late into the night, an emotional, healing moment. The apartment becomes a ghost of love. Therapy sessions. Raw, tearful, frustrating. Emma has a panic attack in Target after seeing a guy in Caleb's cologne. She deletes his number, and adds it back, then deletes it again. His text, "Can we talk?" Her hesitation, the long drive to the cafe. Their conversation, intense, slow, filled with flashbacks. Emma saying, "I'm seeing someone, myself." Caleb begging, holding her hand, breaking inside. Her standing up and walking out, trembling but strong. Emma redecorates, takes a solo trip to the coast. Starts painting again, paints a storm with light breaking through. Learns to laugh again, at a dumb movie alone, and it feels good. Caleb's last message, "I still think about you every day." Emma's reply, graceful, final, strong. She blocks his number, this time for good. "I am my own forever." Emma walks into her new studio space. People say heartbreak breaks you, but sometimes, it remakes you. Final image. Emma smiling, painting a sunset with no shadows. Final line. "I once thought Caleb was my forever, but healing taught me something even deeper. I am not what was broken. I am what survived."